All right, so Jared, let me tell you about this, man. This is like why I will not do a fucking reseal on a Cadillac North Star, because you have to pull the goddamn engine out of the fucking car, right? And you have to read. There's so many fucking seals on this. You got the oil pan gasket, the valve cover gaskets, crank gaskets, fucking rear main seals, all of this
Will
fucking
you
shit.
shut the fuck up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
To another episode.
to yet
Shut the fuck up.
yet another episode of this fucking horse shit that we call a podcast. Us rambling on about no particular fucking set of like anything. There's no thought process behind any of this. This is all candid. It's all candid.
This is very much in the moment.
Yeah. Very, very much in the moment.
And right off the top, I know you made a video about it already, but I want you to go into detail about a little adventure you recently had to a certain car dealership.
Oh, we're talking about the Mercedes dealership. Oh my God.
The Mercedes and how you just felt like such a peasant.
Oh man, I felt like such a broke ass. So fucking I work for a fucking tire store, and we had a customer in there was having his Mercedes fixed, which already lets you know that's a cheap bastard right there. Like, he's not going to buy anything he doesn't fucking have to, because he's getting his fucking Mercedes fixed at a tire store. All right. So I have to go pick up this door latch assembly, and they've told me that it's going to take like 4 hours to get it from Napa, our parts distributor. And my manager asked me, he's like, "Hey man, do you want to go get this, or can you go get this for me?" I said, "Sure." So
time out. Time the fuck out.
Okay.
You're a tire store, right? You do tire shit.
And service. We do automotive repair.
Oh, you do automotive repair too. All right.
Yeah.
So I was like, why the fuck is he getting a door latch thing for his fucking...
No, every tire store except for like Discount Tire does automotive service as well.
Gotcha.
So,
okay, continue.
All right, so I load up in my big ass truck, and fucking, I got to drive like 30 miles to Mercedes, right? And yeah, the look on your face says it all. Okay, this is still the same city, mind you. Fucking
30 miles. I'm out of fucking town.
Yeah,
I'm no longer in Billings. 30 miles.
The land mass of Jacksonville. Okay, keep in mind, I travel 30 miles to work one way from my house. I had to drive an additional 30 miles from my work to get to Mercedes, and all three of these locations are in the same city.
So you're an hour away from your house at this point.
Yeah, I'm like an hour away from my house.
Jesus.
So.
Christ.
So I load up my truck and I go to fucking Mercedes. It's the Mercedes in Arlington on Atlantic Boulevard. Well, Regency, I should say.
If you're looking to rob them, people, if you like to rob this dealership, that's where you can locate it.
Yeah, that's where this dealership is.
And from what Tony tells me, they can fucking afford it.
Oh my God, dude, I'm pretty sure the bulbs and the lights are $60,000 a piece, but. Fucking I'm going to this dealership, I get off on Atlantic Boulevard and I go down the fucking way, and I'm passing all these nice dealerships, like I passed Nissan and fucking Infiniti and all that bullshit, and I make a right into the fucking dealership parking lot, and I park about halfway between where parts and service is, or where service and sales is, right? Because usually parts is either in sales or like attached to service, so I'm covering both bases. And I walked up to the front where the receptionist is, where they kind of find out why you're there. And the receptionist had downs. It was really funny. But
Jesus.
This is factual. Okay, I'm not making this joke for the podcast. This was factual.
So she's a person of mentally challenged.
No, retard. So
fucking getting fucking canceled.
So you want to hear the story, and it's not a she, it was a he. So
whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's rude of you to assume their gender, Jer. All right. You're a liberal. You should know this. And I walk up and they're like, how may I help you? And
no, why?
I'm like,
Every fucking week you do this to me. Never gets any fucking easier.
Go ahead and say it so I can move on.
We're so gonna get canceled. It's so gonna fucking happen. Anyways, go on.
It took everything in my being not to look back at him and go, part thing. So fucking.
And you were gonna make fun of Jesus Christ.
So I ask him where parts is, and he goes that way. So I go out. Basically, it's a door that leads from the dealership into the Porter lanes. Yeah, just like you do with dicks, Jer. But when I go out to the fucking door, I'm passing like an active sale, and this guy just looks at me. It's like, who let you in here? And fucking, like, he looked like he was so offended that I had walked into the dealership. Hold on, my cigarette went out. So I go out the door into the Porter lanes, and I go across the little Porter lane area to service, because that's apparently where parts is, according to the gentleman at the front counter. Yeah, with the downs. And
Jesus.
And fucking I walked into service, and I'm looking for this fucking sign that says parts, right? Because I'm looking, it's gotta be fucking it's gotta be easy to find, you know? So I walked past the row of service advisors and back into the back area where the waiting area is, and that's where parts is. So I walked up to the cashier and I said, hey, I'm here to pick up for, such and such. I'm not going to say it because, people will be like, oh, I'm calling their corporate office and getting him fired for the shit that he says about the mentally challenged and the Jews and the Asians and pretty much everybody else. But I'm up there. I walk up, the young lady behind the part. What?
I got to know. I have to know. Did the receptionist,
did you see
with the mental disability?
Yeah.
Did he look like he would look down upon you too? Did he look like he had more money than you?
No, he looked like he got hired because they said that they had to have somebody of his stature. Like, he was an affirmative action hire for sure. But
okay,
fucking, I walked up to the parts counter and said, hey, I'm here to pick up a part for such and such. I think it's a door handle or a door latch or something like that. They're trying to locate the fucking order. And she says, while we look this up for you, please help yourself to a complimentary continental breakfast. And I looked over and I'm like, first of all, that's just fucking unheard of. God damn it. I'm picking up fucking parts. Like, I'm not even getting my car serviced here because I can't afford it. But
I feel like they looked at you like, would you like some breakfast? We know you're hungry.
Yeah, it was definitely a pity breakfast, right? So I looked over and I was thinking about it. I really was. I was really thinking about it for a minute there, but I felt like I was going to get over there and somebody was going to pop up from behind me that had not been there before and just whisper in my ears like, we know you're not one of us. And
just somebody pops up and just slaps the plate out of your hand like, that's not for you.
Yeah, that's not for you. Keep yourself over, with the pastries, the danishes and such. But I looked at it and I'm like, I feel like my credit score is not high enough to get any of those things. Like I would have to take a small business loan out for those eggs. Those are special eggs. Those are not the normal $300 a dozen. Those are special eggs. Fucking.
Like, I know you said it was complimentary, but I feel like there's some fine print around here somewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some fucking fine print involved with this. But, so I went over and checked out the fucking breakfast. Fuck them.
Looked at what rich people eat. Just...
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm not. Fucking. I'm leaving here with something. Goddamn it, I'm from the hood, so I got me a Danish, and
I feel like when you grab that Danish, you're like, I'm taking this. I'm leaving with this. There's nothing you can do about it.
So by the way, let me paint you a picture too. This is like fucking a Mercedes dealership hired somebody to build a Starbucks and a Dillard's in the same fucking place. Because normal dealerships are not like this. All right. Normal dealerships have like apparel and shit like that, but it's limited. All right. They may have like one or two shirts. They don't have a lot of selection. They'll have like a hat, the keychain, the fucking thanks for shopping with us fucking shit. Not this dealership, okay? They had polos with Mercedes-Benz logos in every color you could think of. They had every style. They had T-shirts. They had Mercedes racing shirts. They had I didn't even know Mercedes had a racing team. But fucking, I thought they don't engage in those kind of, peasant activities. But they had hats. They had koozies. They had fucking visors because, only fucking white people wear visors. And they literally had everything you could fucking think of. If you wanted to plan your day out, you could have a Mercedes accessory for every part of that experience. And
I feel like though they went like, that's where you can shop here. Cause like, I feel like the people who buy their cars there are like, oh, gross. No, we don't wear things with logos on them.
No. It has to say Louis Vuitton or Versace. But let me also address the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room being the amount of fucking white people in this goddamn dealership. All right, this was the whitest place I've ever been, and I've been to Vermont. Okay, fucking like it's like this is fucking ridiculous. Like I have been to Palm Beach County where they will stop you at the bridge and check your fucking credit. All right, like I have been to the whitest places that I thought existed, and none of them held a fucking candle. All right. You got to hold a candle to see, like dealerships in the hood. Cause like, hey, all you can see is smiles and eyes. But this place, place generated.
Oh, why? Oh my, we're still going to get fucking canceled. Jesus.
This place looked like Gondor had called for aid. Like it was fucking bright. All right. Fucking, oh my God. I feel like in the dead of night, just the white people would give off their own light. Like if the white people in this dealership were in Jer's room right now, his lighting would be better. But it's fucking ridiculous, right? And they all looked at me like they knew. It's like, you're not white. You're not one of us. And they looked like they were about to tell me about their one black friend, right? And it's probably the same black guy. But I mean, it's not like you can tell them apart anyway. They all look alike. But fucking
and it's the one black guy that's Republican.
Yeah, it's Herman Cain. But oh man. So there I am sitting there eating my peasant pastry. And I'm fucking like as I'm noshing on this fucking pastry, it's really fucking good, by the way. Like that's the thing that I know.
How good was it? Was it just like one of those ones you get like at a hotel complimentary breakfast?
No,
like, this tastes like plastic.
No. This was a real goddamn pastry. All right. This looked like the pastry from Inglourious Bastards, right?
Okay.
It tasted right. It tasted so fucking good. So fucking good. It tasted like they baked it in Salma Hayek's pussy, right? Fucking it was just fucking delicious. And I had to flip it over, right? I had to flip that motherfucker over to see if it said made in Germany on the bottom of it, like all the fucking German products. Cause
is this made in Belgium? Where the fuck?
Yeah. Like you could taste the racism in this pastry. Like it was just fucking ridiculous. Like I feel like this is the pastry that Hitler would have had. Fucking he only the finest for him. Bring me my pastry, Jew dogs. But fucking
God damn it, can we go one episode where you don't say
where I don't say what? No.
No. Fuck you.
What am I saying? So
you know exactly what you're saying. You're saying the shit that's going to get us fucking canceled. That's what the fuck you're saying.
Hey, man. Hey, publicity's publicity. All right. So I'm standing there and I'm looking at all the accessories you could buy from Mercedes. And I didn't think they were that customizable. You know, like everything is customizable, but apparently you just have to buy it from Mercedes. Like nothing works aftermarket on a fucking Mercedes except shit from Mercedes. And they had special fucking colored center caps that they came in like fucking, they had like a 24 pack of these fucking things just sitting on the counter. And I'm like, that's fucking $80,000 right there. And fucking, like, there's so many different colors. Apparently you can get a Mercedes in any color you want, right? It's not just black, silver, red, blue, and whatever. No, you can get that shit in fucking neon green. You can get them in orange. You can get them in pink. It doesn't matter. You can fucking order a Mercedes in any fucking color you can think of, right? If it came in that fucking 64 Crayola crayon set with the sharpener on the back, you could get that color in a Mercedes. Jesus. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, what are these for? They're like, oh, that's to match the color of the car and the color of the wheels. I'm like, they make these wheels in these colors too? What the fuck? Like, they have special colored wheels for Mercedes? Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, Dodge has like fucking 6 colors you can choose from. If you don't want one of those colors, you're fucked. Buy a Ford. But, like... By
the way, just my personal opinion, I think we should bring back white walls. I think we should do it. I think we should go for it.
I think they would be considered racist. Why are you taking, like, obvious black off of the tire and putting white on it? Are you trying to signify that white people are better? Like, I feel like that's the country we live in nowadays. Like, if you do anything, people are going to question if it's racist.
So I saw a video earlier, and apparently they're trying to cancel Mr. fucking Rogers. Mr. loves everybody because apparently his agenda was anti-transgender people. Like, transgender people didn't fucking exist back then.
Yeah, there was no such thing as transgenders when fucking Mr. Rogers was on. And I feel like if there were transgenders back then, Mr. Rogers would have had him on the show.
I feel like he would have too.
He would have. Well, come on in, neighbor. It's okay that you're a woman with a penis.
Like, if you ever seen an interview with his wife, she's like, oh, he had all sorts of gay friends. Like, I'm pretty sure Mr. Minister Rogers would be fucking cool with a dude trying to be a chick. Everything's
fucking racist. Everything's fucking racist or homophobic today. Like, there was an article I read that said the Grammys has one job: give it to Beyonce. She's been nominated, but she's never got one, and it's probably due to the fact that the Grammys are run by racists and homophobes. I'm like, first of all, Beyonce's not part of the LGBTQ Disney Plus movement. All right. Fucking, she's not a part of this. Like, yes, she's black, allegedly, and fucking, she's a woman. I mean, you can not give her a Grammy based on the fact she's a woman, but Taylor Swift got one. So I can pretty surely say that they're not sexist. Like, I mean, Taylor Swift got one and she has no talent. Like, she sounds like dust tastes, but fucking.
I actually have Taylor Swift concert tickets to a couple of her upcoming shows.
Yay.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to go. I'm selling the tickets. No, I'm not selling them to you guys. Sorry. They're going to go on the internet to the highest fucking bidder.
Yeah, he can't go because he's a man in his 30s. It's not going to look right. It's going to look like Jared's hunting for his next victim. Like,
the last Taylor Swift concert I went to, I felt like I should be doing this the entire concert. Like, my arms are up here. I'm touching nobody. No small children are being harmed by me.
I mean, small children are being harmed because they have to look at you. But back to Mercedes. This story's not over. This was a long experience. This was the longest fucking like 20 minutes of my whole life. And
just because of how poor you felt while you were there.
Dude, I felt like everybody was fucking judging me. And there was this guy that came up to me while I was waiting. He had a $3,100 bill. And I don't know what they did for $3,100 because he was not considerate enough to fucking ask them and satisfy my curiosity. And I'm just sitting there judging him like, dude, just fucking ask what was done. I want to know. And he whips out
like they're like, oh yes, your tires have been rotated, sir.
Yeah, fucking it was ridiculous, man. Fucking like $3,100, and he just shrugged it off like it was normal. Like he whipped out his fucking credit card, and this credit card was fucking bona fide. All right, this credit card was goddamn bona fide, like George Clooney at the end of Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Goddamn bona fide. All right,
the kind of credit card you'll never be approved for.
Oh, the kind of credit card that you could beat a child in Kmart for misbehaving. Like, you could whack somebody with this fucking. This credit card looked like it had a fucking extended warranty on it. Like, I feel like if he picks up the phone and calls that fucking number on the back, no matter what time of day, no matter where he is in the fucking world, he will get a person immediately. Like, it's not one of those like automated fucking things. Like, press 1 for English. Por español, aprima número dos. Like, no, none of that. Fucking, we'd like to know what you're calling about today. No, fucking, he calls the number and somebody picks up and immediately knows his name.
Just addresses him. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Johnson. I'm going with Johnson because fucking he looked like a Walter Johnson. You know, it's the whitest fucking name I can think of.
Yes, pre-approved white person. What can we do for you today?
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, he set it out and it made an audible noise. Like, when he set it down, like, he didn't throw it down or anything. He set it down on the counter and went, and I was like, what the fuck is that shit? Like that credit card has some fucking weight to it, you know?
It's carrying a lot of money, Tony.
It must be. It must be. That's the kind of credit card that got you on a fucking Jeffrey Epstein's private island and shit. Fucking. Like, I feel like you could buy children with that credit card. I mean, you probably can. But then again, you know, the master of sexual trafficking of minors is dead. And he did not kill himself. I just like the air freshener in my car and the ornament on my Christmas tree. That did not hang itself. All right. Fucking. All right.
Sorry, you know, Jeff. People know too much. Now we got to kick the stool.
But Hillary, why? Now, fucking. Oh, fuck canceled. We're getting suicided for that remark. Did you find that note? No, but they will. But fucking,
dear world, I can't take it no fucking more.
Sign the dead guy.
That's the dead guy. That's
good. That's good, Doc. But no, like fucking like I'm just sitting there next to this motherfucker and he's wearing like a business, like a, not a business blazer. He's wearing like a casual blazer with a polo. Mm-hmm. And that just made me want to fucking shoot him. Like right then. I was like, the world doesn't need you. All right. You're probably you're probably just getting your car serviced on your way to evict a minority family from their home. Like, it's like, this is fucking ridiculous. All right. You're probably on your way to pay way less wages than you should. You're probably denying somebody bathroom break. You're the reason we can't have fucking fair tax. That's the reason. But fucking, I'm just sitting there getting so pissed off while I'm eating this fucking Danish, just looking at him like, and just like pausing to have my, damn, that's a good Danish. And then back to the fucking mean mugging. And he gets
Tony's, in his car. Tony's just so confused. Like, I'm happy, but I'm angry.
Yeah. He gets in his fucking car and they pull it right to the front of the fucking door. Like, they don't do this shit like normally hand you keys and tell you where your car is parked. No, they pulled that shit to the front door and they got his door for him. They opened the front door of the dealership for him and then opened his car door for him. I'm like, God damn, that's some personalized fucking service right there.
Yeah. When I have my oil changed, they're like, here's your keys, your fucking car's out back. Go fucking find it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you in the ear. All right. So they finally, after like 20 minutes, they finally find my part. and the person walks out with my part, and it's a black dude. I'm like, oh my God. Apparently,
blink twice if you need help.
Yeah, apparently, dude, it was like the scene from Get Out. It was fucking amazing because it was just one black dude in a sea of whiteness, right? Just a sea of Caucasians. Just the caucasity of this. And like he works in the back. Like he is never out front, apparently. Because I got this from his disheveled look. Like
they're beating me back there.
Yeah. But it's like, I didn't get your name. He's like, Toby. But fucking.
Tell my family I need help.
Looked like he tried to say his name was Kunta Kinte too many times. They just beat the shit out of him. But.
No.
Fucking, no. That is two obvious Roots references in this podcast, by the way. Fucking. But it was hilarious. It looked like they just kept him in the back for diversity, but didn't want him like mingling with the white folk. Like it was fucking bad. So he hands me this box, and the box is literally this big, right? It's the size of a pack of cigarettes. And they're like, that'll be $140. I'm like, what the fuck is in there? Like, what the fuck am I paying for? Like, I'm not paying for it. The company is. But fuck, man, I'm angry on their behalf. And fucking, I just fucking, I gave him the P card and shit and fucking, turned and looked, and there's fucking Mercedes branded tire pressure fucking gauges and shit. I'm just like, all right, I get the fuck out of here. Because I'm going to let you know right now, I don't drive an inexpensive vehicle. My vehicle is very, very expensive, like overtly expensive, right? It's the nicest fucking Titan you can get. It's got every goddamn thing on it, right? Including several Texas flags. And fucking, which is hilarious because it's a Japanese truck. But fucking, like this truck is about 67 grand, right?
Okay.
It's not a cheap truck. Anywhere I go in the course of my life, I'm guaranteed to at least be in the top 10 most expensive vehicles in the parking lot. I feel like for the 20 minutes I parked that truck on the Mercedes lot, I diminished the property value significantly at that dealership. Like it was fucking hilarious. Like I'm sitting there looking at cars I will never be able to afford. Right? I'm just sitting there looking at these cars going, there is no fucking way that is ever going to be in my driveway. And now I know why they charge so much for those fucking cars. They got to pay for that goddamn dealership. This is like the fucking nicest dealership I've ever been in. And the Nissan dealership that I go to has a fucking theater in it. A fucking theater.
What the fuck for?
So while you're waiting, you can watch a movie in the comfort, like it's not just a little TV with fucking like couches around it. Like while you're getting service work done, you can go get you a fountain drink and you can go get you some popcorn, and they've got a little like donut area, and you can fucking just go sit in the theater and watch the fucking Goonies. And like they have like modern movies too, like shit that just came out of theaters. They'll show it in there. It's got to be family oriented or family friendly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not going to see fucking Violent Night in there. But fucking.
Did you ever watch that?
No, I'm still too cheap to buy it. But fucking like, you'll never see like Menace to Society or fucking Clockers. But they were showing like the Goonies, and I think they showed Independence Day while I was there. And fucking, I'm just sitting there watching the movies and shit. And it's like, it's one of those things like, this is a really nice fucking dealership. Now when I go back there, I'm be like, this is not fucking Mercedes.
You fucking people need to up your game. These are rookie numbers.
Yeah, we need to pump those numbers up, all right? First of all,
well,
it's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, speaking of which, by the time this airs, I will finally be driving my new truck. Can't tell you how excited I am to be the unemployed guy with a new vehicle.
What year's the truck?
Oh, it's old. It's like 97. So it's new to me. I should clarify. It's new
Dude,
to
you
me.
can't even say that's new to you anymore. All right. That's just a fucking truck. You can't say a new truck. That's older than previously owned. Okay. Fucking like we're getting into antique territory now.
Shut up. The 90s weren't that long ago. All right.
Yeah.
I'm still fighting that.
Yeah, you're still fighting that, even though in 2010 my vehicle was an antique and I drove an '83.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking 13 years later, you're driving a late '90s truck that can be tagged as an antique.
So what was your first vehicle? What was that?
My first vehicle was a Crown Vic. I love that car. I miss that car every day.
What year? What year?
It was a '97.
It was a 97.
It was a '97 Crown Vic. That thing was such a fucking glorious shitbox. I love that thing so much.
I think we all have an infinity for our first car. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Affinity. Infinity
Yeah,
is something completely different.
Yes, I know. I'm aware. Go fuck yourself. Shut the fuck up. But my first car was an '85 Buick Skylark, and I waited years to get my hands on that fucking puppy.
Now that is a glorious shit box. The fucking '80s model Skylarks. Oh my god. Did you shoot the sack of suds clerk on your way? Like fuck, man.
It gets better. It gets better. My dad, while he was driving it, at one point decided to paint it, but he wasn't gonna waste like a lot of money on like automotive paint and stuff. So he just got some spray paint.
He rattle canned it. Jesus Christ! Oh man, that thing looks such shit. I bet it did. Like it's got beads and fucking fish eyes all over the place.
Such shit. He took a can of spray paint primer, primed it. And then never got to the fucking color.
So it was just flat primer gray.
Yeah.
Oh, that car looked like shit, I bet. Like I can imagine it right now. Like it looked like if it was driving down the road, just put it out of its fucking misery. Like
it looked like such shit.
I'll tell you this. My favorite car that I've ever owned. It's a toss up between my '83 280 turbo and I think it was a '91 D21. It was it was an old ass fucking pickup truck that you just could not kill. There was no fucking way to do, or my '93 Suburban. My '93 Suburban was named the War Machine because this fucking thing, nothing was stopping it. All right. I got the Suburban right before I got in my accident with my Saturn, right before I got folded up. And I got hit by it was a K10 Blazer doing like 55 miles an hour, and he hit me just off center of the trunk. They told me if he'd hit me in the center of the trunk, I'd be fucking dead right now. But he threw my goddamn tail light fucking 25 feet across the goddamn thing into a light pole. And then he tried to fucking run and crashed into that same light pole, which is fucking hilarious. And
you're just sitting there laying bleeding going,
yeah. So like when that shit happened, I got in my truck, I transferred the tag over the truck and everything. And I started driving my fucking Suburban on a daily basis. Like I just had the Suburban for, going to get shit.
Yeah.
And, it was for hauling my music equipment around and whatnot. But
I bet you cried every time you fucking filled that gas tank.
Oh, I cried every time I started that motherfucker because it wouldn't start for less than $20. But fucking dude, it had an old school like 4-bolt main 350 in it. So like every time you started it up, you could hear the gas. It was fucking ridiculous. And I'll never forget.
And Tony's just like, slow down.
I'll never forget. My mom called me the year after my wreck, like the year anniversary of my Saturn wreck. And it's July 4th, by the way. So that's great to fuck up Independence Day for me. But fucking, she called me the year after it happened, and she goes, "Hey, be careful today. It's just the year anniversary of your fucking wreck." And I'm like, "Mom, I'm in a '93 box body Suburban, right? This is 8,000 pounds of fucking steel construction. if somebody hits me in the ass in this fucking truck, I'm gonna be going, what was that noise? Fucking dude, nothing was stopping this thing. I remember we had to go get batteries. Like we were doing a gig at this fucking shithole bar, and the batteries on my fucking wireless microphones ran out, so I had to go get 9-volt batteries. So we're going down beach, and there's this little shopping center with like Office Max in it, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, we can get batteries there. But fucking like the traffic is just backed up all the way. It's going to take us a fucking hour to get there. So I looked at my brother and said, put your seatbelt on. He said, why? I said, because we're going the back way in. He goes, there's not a back way. I'm like, exactly. So fucking I dropped this bitch into 4-wheel drive and drove it off road behind the fucking mini mall, and drove up and over the hill into the parking lot. We dropped down and it sounded like that dude's credit card hitting the counter. And but fucking, oh my God, dude, we fucking just like peeled in there. We broke some shit on the way, but fucking like we got in there, right? Like that truck it was impossible to fuck with that thing. That thing was like driving a fucking deuce and a half. It was amazing.
I remember like the last 15, probably like 10, 15 years.
Fucking time this has happened to me.
Of my grandma's life. She was driving Suburbans.
Goddamn fire-safe cigarettes.
And I fucking fell in love with Suburbans. I was like, someday she's going to give this to me. And like eventually she did give the older one to my mom and dad. Because at first she just leased it, but then she decided to option it out and buy it.
That's a good fucking deal.
Yeah, and then as time went on, she's like, oh well, this one isn't. She's like, I need a new one, so she just went and got a fucking new one and gave the old one to my mom and dad. And I tell you what, I'm so happy, like they never gave it to me.
Because, oh man, I remember, dude, you shouldn't be so happy they didn't give it to you. Because I remember, dude, I fixed that fucking truck on the way to a concert for $5.
For $5?
$5. It started overheating and smoking, and fucking I pulled into the Advanced Auto Parts parking lot and popped the hood, and I'm like, oh, fucking heater hose blew. So I walked in and I said, hey man, I need a fucking plastic tee and like 5 foot of bulk hose. And they were like, yeah, okay, here you go. Like 5/8 bulk. So I fixed this thing in the parking lot with the tools I had in the center console, and we still made it to the fucking show on time.
Fuck.
However, sometimes fixing shit on the way to a show doesn't work out. That's why Soil missed the fucking show with Smile Empty Soul, Black Sunshine, and us, because they were stuck in fucking Tampa. So we actually took Soil's spot. Like fucking Black Sunshine is a great band. Smile Empty Soul, that's a lot of fun. But we were excited to see Soil, and
yeah,
fucking. They informed us that Soil wasn't going to fucking be there. They couldn't get there. The fucking tour bus broke down. I was like, that's what you rich bastards get for getting a tour bus. All right. So fucking sleep in a fucking SUV like the rest of us. But we took their spot. So Black Sunshine opened up for us, and then we opened up for Smile Empty Soul, because for some reason or another, and I still don't know why, Smile Empty Soul is like more famous than we are. I don't know why, but they only had one goddamn song. They only had that one song. I do it for the drugs. that shit.
Oh, okay.
Fucking that shit. And I thought it was funny as fuck, by the way. It's fucking story time. They forgot every lyric to all of their songs.
How the fuck?
They didn't get one of them right. They didn't even get the hook right. Like fucking the crowd was singing the entire time, and they just fucking let them do it. I was like, dude,
how drunk were they?
Pretty fucking drunk.
How do you not remember the lyrics that you write?
Well, I can see like the reason that I can't remember a lot of my lyrics is because I have fucking just a catalog of shit, Yeah. Like I've written probably, 5 or 6 albums worth of shit recently. It's not uncommon. Like I've been a part of so many fucking bands and written so many sets of lyrics that even I fuck up the lyrics sometimes. which is why I have a little notebook in front of me with all my lyrics printed out. That way, if I lose my place, I can just look down, find the lyric that I'm supposed to be singing, and then just come back in, like, you know, so the show never stops.
Yeah.
Fucking, and they make fun of me like a motherfucker for that. They're like, "Oh, you got your goddamn book on stage, man. You should just know that shit." And I'm like, dude, you gotta realize, you know, I'm talking to the fucking guitarist here, and I'm like, you gotta realize, man, you only have like 3 or 4 parts in the whole fucking song. You just play one part and then you change to a different part and then you come back to another part, you know? Fucking you don't change that much. I've got to remember words and shit. All right? I don't know if you know what it's like trying to remember every fucking word to a song, right? If it's not the Humpty Dance, you're probably fucking up. Like, everybody knows the fucking Humpty Dance lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. Like, if it's not the, like, fuck, man, you got to think, man, how many songs before AZ Lyrics came out were you singing wrong?
Oh, so many.
So many of them. So many.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, that's the thing. Like, fucking, like, as singers, we have a lot of fucking things to do. We have to keep rhythm. We have to keep time. We have to figure out, you know, our entrances and exits. We have to remember the fucking words, and we have to remember the fucking melody for these words. Unless you sing death metal, in which case you just have to remember how wide to open your fucking mouth. But
oh, speaking of which, last night, me and this guy, we were on TikTok Live. If you're not following us on TikTok, make sure you do.
Yeah. But Hey Crew _records and JerDcomedy over here.
JerDcomedy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's just your contact info on my phone.
Fuck off. But anyways, and I told Tony here, I was like, hey, that shirt I bought from you, I was like, I've been eating better and shit, and it's starting to fit a little bit looser. And I swear to God, I saw a tear roll out of Tony's eye. And it's not like a fucking happy tear, like, oh, good, he's getting healthy. Like, but the jokes.
Yeah,
what about the jokes?
You're ruining my fat jokes, motherfucker. You're ruining my fat joke. Like, son of a bitch, you got to realize, man, like, making fun of fat people is the only thing that stops me from saying racist shit. Like, fucking, you are taking away the only fucking thing that I can joke about you and not sound like a fucking bigot.
Well, then, if it gets any looser, this podcast might take a drastic turn, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna be saying fucking Asians a lot more.
No, you can't be saying that shit.
Fucking Asians and goddamn Indians.
I could just see Tony being like, I used to say, just like on Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, like, I used to be able to go, fly, fat ass, fly. But now I have to go, fly, little fat ass, fly.
You're always gonna be fat at heart, Jer. It's cool. You're always gonna be a fat guy.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you're always gonna be a fatas.
Don't try to church it up. It's dirt.
Joe Dirte.
Such a great fucking, like, I still get so happy when I watch that movie.
I love the fact that Mercedes story took up most of this podcast.
It did. You were able to stretch that motherfucker out.
Yep. Kind of like I do to my old lady's nether regions.
And speaking of Joe Dirt, I'm pretty sure that the chick that played Brandy, I don't know her fucking name because
my wife knows her.
Say what?
My wife knows her. She played volleyball with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But pretty sure that's the only movie where she plays like a good person. Like any other movie you see her in, she is a fucking biatch.
I'm pretty sure that was the extent of Kid Rock's acting career. And we're all happy about that.
Well, no. Health inspector.
Okay, we're talking about reasonably decent movies here. Like, fucking, all right. Anything with Larry the Cable Guy, it's like, oh, we got Kid Rock in this? Fucking, that's just
I mean,
one of those.
yes. I mean, yes, they're both atrocious fucking actors.
They're fucking horrible.
It's like watching a fucking Shaq movie, honestly.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like Joe Dirt was the only time that David Spade actually, like, as a lead, carried the movie well. Because normally when you think of movies with David Spade, he is a side character, and he is very good at being a supporting actor.
Very good. Incredible.
He's very good at being a supporting actor. You know, it's kind of like Jer. Jer would never lead a movie. He's just the supporting actor on this podcast. But
fuck you. This podcast was my fucking idea.
Yeah, but it only got where it did because you picked the right person to do it with. Now, because nobody wants to hear you talk for fucking an hour at a time, motherfucker. But like Dickie Roberts' Child Star, that movie sucked. You know, it's kind of like having David Spade as a lead character is kind of like making Dax Shepard the lead. You know, like
I couldn't finish that the Dickie Child Star movie.
Yeah.
Like, I got into it. I was like, oh, fucking David Spade. And I was like, they even got fucking Leif Garrett. Fucking Leif Garrett? Really? That dude's still alive? I was like, all right, let's check. I was like, let's check this shit out. And I checked it out. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
It's kind of like when I'm scrolling Twitter and I see like a row of fucking Democrats making dumbass statements. I'm like, that's enough internet for today. It's fucking. Oh my God, the ridiculous fucking conspiracy theories that come up on Twitter. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Or they're trying to cancel a fucking well-known, well-loved actor because it's something that happened in his past. And he's dead and not here to defend himself, like Patrick Swayze. Like, leave Patrick Swayze the fuck alone. All right?
Leave the loving Mr. Rogers alone. The most accepting man probably amongst humans ever. Yeah. Fucking leave him alone.
This is going to end up the same way that it did when PETA tried to attack Steve Irwin. All right? Right? First of all, you can go fuck yourself, PETA. All right? I hope you see this. Fuck you Pamela Anderson. Fuck you and Pamela Anderson, that no talent, big titted fucking whore. All right? Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck you twice. I hope you fucking step on just fucking AIDS. Okay? Fuck you.
If anything, we want more fucking Cronky in our life. Like we need it. Like, dude, that was the holy trinity of goodness. Okay?
It was Fred Rogers, Steve Irwin, and Bob Ross. All right, that was the holy trinity of goodness. All right,
it really was.
Yeah, fucking Fred Rogers. Shut up. Fred Rogers told you to love your neighbor and love other people. Steve Irwin taught you to love animals, and Bob Ross taught you to love yourself, because it's all just happy mistakes, happy accidents.
And here's the thing about Steve Irwin: never hurt the fucking animals. Yeah. Generally tried to fucking let them go if he could. Yeah. Like, that was the ultimate goal. To set them back in their natural fucking habitat. Here comes PETA going, no, 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 no. And the world was like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Suck on a fucking syphilis dick, you bastards. Like 100%, dude. By the way, I'm buying into that fucking conspiracy theory about Bob Ross. Like, I'm 100%, like, that one I can kind of get behind. Like, Bob Ross was a serial killer and the pictures were where he hid the bodies. Like, I'm down with that. That makes Bob Ross so much more metal. Like, it's fucking,
oh man. Tony, fuck, we've been going almost an hour.
We've been going about 50 minutes right now, I think.
I got a 56 minute.
Well, I mean, that's the recording.
But, yeah.
Fucking, oh my God, dude. Yeah, we gotta wrap this shit up. There's so much more to talk about. I guess we're gonna have to wait until fucking next week.
Fuck, that kind of disappoint. Like, I got so much I can talk about right now.
And fucking, so dude, we have fair tax we could fucking tackle, right? We have so much shit that I can talk on the Asian community.
Dude, why is Daisy's video way more popular than your fucking video?
I'm telling you, man, they're throttling my fucking shit. They are throttling my fucking views because everybody that shared that fucking Fairtex video is over 100,000 views, and I'm sitting here at a measly 11,000. Like, it's fucking horse shit.
It reminds me of those fucking videos, and these videos make me so fucking angry, Tony, where like they'll take like a comedian or something or like a great speech, and then they'll put their video next to it where they're like playing with like Play-Doh or something
and shit, yeah.
Yeah,
the fucking kinetic sand.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and they have like 100,000 likes. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck you. You didn't
do anything. You didn't do anything for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking. Okay, so there's one thing we're gonna wrap up with, and because we have to at least be controversial. There was a story that I read that scared the absolute fuck out of me, and it was a white guy that apparently fucking was saying racist and homophobic shit to this fucking, like, these two Asians in fucking In-N-Out somewhere in California. Of course it happened in California, because why would it happen anywhere else? But he was arrested on 2 counts of hate crimes for saying racist and homophobic shit. I mean, that scared the absolute fuck out of me. It's not illegal.
I mean, he deserves to be beat to a pummel, but it's not fucking illegal.
I mean, no, he really doesn't. Like, I watched the videos, and the shit that he was saying was not even that bad. Like,
oh, really?
I say worse shit than he does.
Oh,
and
fuck.
Yeah,
he was being tame then. He was being tame.
Like I feel like if he was making like a live video, that it wouldn't get taken down for bullying and harassment. Like, it was not that bad. Like, he was like, he actually said to one of them, like, it was the dude. Like, he looked at him and said he said something, and then he goes, "Oh wow, you're a fucking weird homosexual." Like, he used the word homosexual. He didn't even use the word fag. Like, it was fucking weird. Like, he called him the proper name. Like, you're supposed to address homosexuals as homosexuals. Like if he would have walked up and said,
"I'm going to be a bigot, but I'm going to do it properly."
Yeah. Fucking put that meat in your mouth, fag. Like, I could understand that. But they were like, we fucking feel triggered and we don't feel safe because he's saying things that we don't like. And he was arrested for 2 hate crimes. Like, think about that shit. Why is nobody angrier about this? Like, you are literally arresting a guy for saying something. I read something somewhere that said that's not supposed to happen. I can't remember where it was. Hold on, it'll come to me. I think it was the Constitution. I think it was the Constitution of the United States that said that shit. It was like, yeah, we can't arrest people for saying some shit.
I mean, I always hate to agree with Tony, but Tony's not wrong on this one.
It's like, is it racist? Like, is it illegal to say racist shit? No. Does it make you a dick? Kinda. But
yeah, absolutely.
You know, fucking, like, I mean, I get away with it because everybody knows I'm fucking joking. You know, it's very extreme joking, but it's joking nonetheless. You know, fucking.
I don't know how long before, like I said, until a civilian sees this fucking, like as soon as a civilian, somebody who is not of our audience, sees it, they're coming.
They're coming after us. They're coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna happen.
It is so gonna fucking happen.
They're gonna be like, cancel those bastards right now.
Which reminds me, share the podcast. Share it. Share it to 5, 10 people you know. 3 of them watch it. You're getting more episodes a week.
Share the fuck out of it. All right.
The fuck.
Share this podcast.
Harass your friends and family with this fucking podcast.
Share this podcast like R. Kelly shared his urine. Okay.
Jesus Christ. No. Fuck.
Share this podcast like Harvey Weinstein shared his pecker with underage actresses.
No.
All right. No. Share this podcast. Share this podcast like a fucking 14-year-old on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Like,
oh my, no.
You don't necessarily have to share it to Tom Hanks and the Clintons, but you can if you want to. All right.
Motherfucker. You are hell-bent on getting us canceled.
Yes, I am.
He wants the internet to fucking come for us.
Oh my God, dude. I wake up every day and choose fucking violence. You have no idea. Every day.
And I'm quite well aware, thank you.
I feel like fucking like I'm going to live a long, long life because Satan himself does not want me to come down there. He's like, oh, thank God he made it another day. I can rule over my domain in peace. Because I feel like once I get down there, it's just going to be mutiny. All right. Fucking when I go to hell, man, I'll be like, I'm just going to walk up, be like, I believe you're in my seat.
Tony be like, why is it so fucking hot in here?
Somebody turn on the fucking air conditioning. But then again, I feel like...
What is this, my dad's house? What the fuck?
Oh, my dad keeps like a fucking terrarium. But fucking, I feel like, yeah, I feel like, when I get down to hell, it's going to take me at least 2 weeks to realize that I'm not still like in like Florida going to work. Like, because I feel like hell is probably 10 degrees cooler than Florida.
All right. Anyways, also, if you have not already, subscribe to the Patreon. We are trying to come up. We're trying to come up with more exclusive content for you guys. In fact, me and Tony were arguing about it earlier.
That's because you jack ideas from everybody else.
I don't give a fuck.
And by the way, before we go, I've got to say two things. One, Montana is not a real place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I feel like I've neglected that the entire episode. I feel like
you did. You almost made it the entire episode.
I almost made it. You know who actually knows Montana's a real place? The Chinese. Just putting that out there. Like, why are the Chinese spying on Montana? This is what I want to know. Like, what are they going to learn about American culture?
Or maybe we're up to something.
Yeah, maybe Montana's up to something. It's like, how did they make their meth? But fucking. Oh, and two, and as always, fuck Joe Biden.
And by the way, if enough people start watching this, we might consider doing this shit fucking live.
Oh, I'd love to do it live. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I would too,
everybody's face.
But those numbers got to go up, people. Them numbers gots to go up.
Just to see the look on everybody's face when they go, oh shit, what's he gonna say? Because Jer's getting nervous. Like Jer's preparing his apology speech on Twitter right now. He's like, my partner with the podcast does not share the same views as myself. I want to apologize to the retards and the chinks. And
no, fucking shit. We gotta go. We're so getting canceled.
Love you guys. Enjoy.
Our links are in the description. Fuck.
We'll see you next week, bitches.
Maybe.